OmnIIIfinity here, and today I'm going to talk about how to bypass walls. So the most obvious character that can bypass walls is Jewel. She uses her A ability, as you see right there, and she could just jump through a bunch of walls using that. She has the largest radius, so she'll be able to pass through all of these walls that are covered in white, and along with most of the other characters, some of the characters don't have that bigger radius, so they can't go over some of the larger jumps. This jump is very useful for getting away. As you can see right now, that is a very good place, along with this place right here for just jumping into the bush and recalling, because those bushes aren't checked very often. Jumping is also very useful for taking the back door and jumping and taking the enemy vein. The next character is Cleave, and he can do pretty much the same thing as Jewel, except he uses his A ability Aftershock. And again, the same places are very useful for getting away. However, you have to be certain that you're gonna get through, because in some places, as you see it's on the clip before, it didn't go. Kashka is the next character, and she uses her A ability, and she has to see an enemy because she clicks on an enemy rather than a location, and her jump is the same length. Arden, he uses his B ability, and as you can see, that didn't work, so he had to come around and go to the shorter edge of the wall. And again, right here, it doesn't work, so you have to be careful when using Arden, because he can't go through those very large walls, and so he'll just go around like that. Next character is Taka, and you might think that his A ability works since he flies through the air, but it doesn't. You have to use his ultimate, and it works in the same way as Kashka's. So you have to click on an enemy. And the last person is Saw, who may not seem like the most likely candidate, but he uses his Roadie Run ability, his A ability, and he hits someone and tumbles through a wall. It has the same distance as like Jewel and Glaive, so that he can pretty much go through all of the walls. So it requires the most skill to use Saws, but it has the same outcome as the others. I hope you learned a lot from this video, and I hope it saves your life a lot. Also, Arden has the ability to jump using his Vanguard. I can't really show that in a practice mode, but if you can see, the radius is pretty large, so he's able to jump over all of the walls. So I'm just walking around showing the radius. And he can also use his gauntlet ability to jump, and I'll showcase that pretty soon. Like right here, he's gonna use his gauntlet, but it has a very small radius, so it doesn't work a lot of the time, and you can't use it to take the back door. Cruel can also jump, but it's not very useful since its jump is very small. You saw right there that it did work. However, when I walk over to the other camp that has a pretty short radius, pretty short distance, he's not able to use it. That was the same with Arden, except when Arden came over to the right side, he was able to use it, and now Cruel cannot. So that's because of his really short radius. And again, with this large one, he's not going to work. He just stays there. It does work for these little minions by the minion mine. However, if you watch closely, you can see that he does go on an angle rather than going straight to it. So his jump isn't very useful. And don't forget to like, comment, and join the OmnIIIfinity. OmnIIIfinity out.